Swaddy Krap. 71 new COVID cases in Thailand today. The generals are being told they're going to face pay cuts, and a Thai doctor has issued a warning about the link between Thai's love for sugary sweets and life-threatening diseases. There goes my afternoon donut. And don't worry, I'm not going to sing my way through the news today. Just nice and cool in my home studio so that you can enjoy the cool with me. We've also got a new segment at the end of the news today, and you'll see that soon enough. But first, a quick note about the closure of one of Thailand's English language news sources. Well, Khao English has been an English language news source for the Matachon group in Thailand, concentrating on political stories and increasingly partisan over the past couple of years, which is their right. But it was sad indeed to see them announce the cessation of their English news website over the weekend, announcing that their full-time staff will move into producing more online video content. Certainly, they've actively covered last year's student pro-democracy protests enthusiastically. Gaining somewhat of a cult following, it actually became required viewing. But the news game is tough, and it's getting tougher. And somehow we all have to pay the bills if we are to continue. And we fully appreciate how difficult the decision must have been for the management, and we wish the remaining staff well in their endeavours to continue covering a slice of Thai news that needs active and independent voices at the moment. Well, let's get to today's news. 71 new coronavirus cases have been announced today, 31 of them from the hot zone of Samut Sakhon, just south of Bangkok. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in Thailand to over 26,000. The death toll remains at 85 people. The CCSA announced today that 41 local positive infections were found at hospitals and another 7 through proactive case tracking. The 23 imported infections were found in quarantine and are from the UAE, the UK, the US, Bahrain, and 1 each from Italy, Pakistan, Lebanon, and Zambia. The Thai Army, Navy, and Air Force are aiming to trim the number of generals in the ranks by 25% by the end of this decade. But plenty of critics say the plan is probably just more words and won't even happen. Currently, there are 1,400 active generals among the 3 arms of Thailand's defence forces, thought to be among the highest ratios of generals to populations of any army in the world. A spokesperson for the armed forces says there's been an agreement to start with a 5 to 10% cutback in the top heavy ranks. To achieve this, they say that any promotions will be delayed, redundant units will be disbanded, and that natural attrition and retirements will help to lower the numbers. Thailand's Defence Ministry spokesman says that the downsizing of the armed forces actually started when the Cabinet approved the employment of civilians in the Defence Ministry in June last year. A Thai doctor is reminding Thais about the clear links between eating sugary foods and the risk of various life-threatening diseases, including cancer. The doctor warns that high consumption of sugar can trigger everything from fatty liver, clogged arteries, and liver cancer. She says that around 70% of deaths in Thailand are the result of non-communicable diseases, with the government spending between 400 and 500,000 million baht trying to manage the chronic health crisis. At the same time, the Bangkok Post today reported that 4 million Thais have been diagnosed with diabetes. Last year, the World Health Organization declared that nearly a third of Thais are overweight, with 9% of them classed as obese. Alarmingly, Thailand now has the second highest level of obesity in Southeast Asia, just behind Malaysia. Hotels in the northern province of Chiang Mai have been forced to slash rates by up to 90%, desperately trying to attract more local tourists. The northern chapter of the Thai Hotels Association claims, with tourists mainly favouring the southern beach destinations over the past month, hotel operators in the north are now planning for the low season. They report that in December, only 1,000 Chiang Mai hotels stayed open, and that in February, occupancy rates plummeted to less than 3%, and are not expected to rise much even during the Songkran holiday in April. Some hotels are also being forced to find new ways to pay their bills, with around 30 hotels, some 4- and 5-star properties, now doing drive-through food services. In 2019, Chiang Mai welcomed 11 million tourists, with 70% of them Thai. Last year, there were less than 1 million tourists. And anti-government activists gathered at Bangkok's Democracy Monument yesterday. Although the anti-government protests have kicked off again after a 2-month hiatus, the numbers are well down on last year's crowds, now measuring more in the hundreds than the thousands. The Bangkok Post reports that members of the People's Go network came together to call for 4 fellow activists to be released from Bangkok's remand prison. The 4 continue to be held on charges of violating Section 112 of the Criminal Code, more commonly known as the lèse majesté, criticising members of the Thai royal family. All 4 have been denied bail at this stage. Police issued warnings before the protest, claiming that the rally was in violation of the emergency decree. On Saturday, the government used an all-encompassing COVID-19 umbrella to issue a ban on political rallies across 6 provinces, including Bangkok. Activists had walked 250 kilometres from the northeastern province of Nakhon Ratchasima, reaching Bangkok's Kasetsart University on Saturday. Yesterday, they ended their mammoth trek with a walk to the Democracy Monument. Meanwhile, the protest leader Panyusaya, also known as Rung, has been hit with a fine of nearly 6 million baht. Her crime, allegedly removing plants at the Democracy Monument. Panyusaya and 5 other activists have been charged with removing the plants placed as decoration around the monument during a political rally back on February the 13th. The Samran Rat police station has ordered that she pay 5.9 million baht as a result of the actions. She's also been charged with violation of the emergency decree and various disease control measures. In addition, she also faces the serious charge of lèse majesté following her role in a September 19 rally at the public square of Sanam Luang, Bangkok, adjacent to the Grand Palace. Various groups, including Amnesty International and the UN Human Rights Committee, continue to criticise the Thai government's use of the country's lèse majesté laws, with Amnesty International describing it as an attempt to silence dissent. Okay, moving around Thailand today, checking the air quality and the weather, starting in Bangkok, where we've got moderate air quality, measuring 98 tomorrow and Wednesday. Top temperatures of 35 degrees. Looks like we could get some rain by Wednesday. In Phuket, clear skies, a measurement of only 17. The weather on Tuesday and Wednesday looks like some showers on the way, tops of 29 and, well, indeed humid. Nakhon Ratchasima, the Isan region for Thailand's northeast, we've got moderate air quality, like Bangkok around 97. Tuesday and Wednesday's weather, tops of 36 and 35, sunny conditions. Chiang Mai definitely the worst today. Unhealthy is the reading up there, 173 the measurement, 37 and 38 the temperatures over the next few days, getting up there, and some cloudy conditions from Wednesday. In the central Gulf Coast, Cha Am is measuring 53 moderate air quality there today, temperatures of 31 over the next 2 days and sunny skies, and finishing in Pattaya, where we've got moderate air quality, measuring 54. Tuesday and Wednesday, top temperatures of 30 on both days, and looks like there could be some cloud and possible showers on the way. Well, that's it for Thailand News Today. Start of another week, and coming to you from the cool of my studio here in Phuket. Tomorrow's program will come to you from Chiang Mai. Jet will be reporting, and we'll do our best to get out and about in coming weeks and months to spread more of Thailand and show you more of this beautiful country as we report the news. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again tomorrow.